Hey there, Sean Kilroy, and I help young people on the carnivore diet. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about a motivation you can use to help stay on this diet and to help not cheat or want to cheat on this diet. So the Native Americans, obviously, tons of things have happened in the history that we have had with them, and one of the most interesting things about them was their diet, right? They basically just ate a carnivore diet, consisting of buffalo and pemmican, which is a way they preserved meat. So the way they did this was they would take, I think pemmican is tallow and meat kind of combined, and they would preserve it using that method, so they had food for like a whole year. They would get buffalo by getting buffalo drops and basically doing that, and this is all they would eat. And I'd be like, oh, okay, well, it might sound boring, but here's where the motivation. These people were some of the healthiest alive. They were some of the tallest and some of the smartest people to ever exist. And the reason being, we have accounts that these people were extremely tall. I will link a resource in the description to this website that I found, where it goes over different Native Americans and their heights. Their average heights were insane for the time. I think one of the tribes was like 5'10" or 6 foot, and some of them all the way up to 6'9", 6'7", which is insane for the time compared to Europeans who were about like 5'3" on average. They towered over these people for that reason. And their diet, because the carnivore diet is nutritious and it has everything you need, bioavailable nutrients that allow you to grow at full capacity. And for that reason, these people were absolute giants. So along with being super tall, they had massive heads. So these people had massive heads because of their brain development, right? After the agricultural revolution, our brain size shrank by about 11%. And because of that, our heads are usually the same size, but these people had huge heads because of their brain development from eating a high-fat diet. Because your brain runs mostly on fat. You need fat for your brain. And they were probably some of the smartest, had the most potential out of any people. And they had very slim, muscular stature. So they were not fat, and they were muscular. Even these really taller guys were extremely muscular. One was recorded to be, I think, like 275, 285 pounds at 6'9", which is extremely muscular. They were very fit naturally. With this diet, you don't have to exercise as much to stay fit, right? You can maintain muscle mass without even working out that much. And they were very active people too, but if they weren't as active, it wouldn't have affected their health as much. It's more the diet itself. So, there are accounts of people, and these Native Americans who are like 100 years old, running around, which is just insane, right? 100 years now, unfortunately, is, you're enfeebled mentally. You can't do anything mentally, and if you can move physically, usually your brain is deteriorating, or if it's the other way around, your body is deteriorating but your brain is completely fine. But these people were 100, easily pushing their 100, still exercising and doing daily activities, and that is impressive. And we want to be like that. So when you think of all these trash foods, you think, well, they're addictive. But if you think of these people as a motivation to be extremely healthy, tall, if you are still growing, to develop your brain more, to be smarter, to have a muscular stature with little fat, this is the motivation that you need. You want to be like this. You want to be stronger than those people. You want to live longer than they did, right? We can live to 120 years old. That's what our genome has shown. And these people are living close to that, and they were still muscular, still running around when they're 100 years old. So if you want to be like that, you have to stay strict on this. And eventually you will not want to cheat. And I hope this is one of the things that makes us, you don't want to cheat on this diet. Because these people are the perfect example of why this diet is so important for our health, and the perfect example of the output that it has, the output that this diet will have on your health. You will have everything you want for your body. You will be muscular, you will be tall, especially if you're younger. These are your motivations. These are your motivations. So to end off this section on Native Americans, the Native Americans were assimilated. We know this. We all learn this in whatever history course or class you take in school. But what happened when we assimilated them? Because you might think height is also predominantly genetic, but a lot of it is nutritional. So basically, when they were assimilated, the average height decreased, their health worsened, they started getting our diseases because they were eating our food, which is agriculture and all that. So think about it, their height went down in a matter of a generation. So what does that say about, our stature? If, right, these people shrinking 3 or 4 inches because of their diet, right? It really goes to show that our nutrition is so important to our health. Their head shrank, they got dumber because of their diet, right? Assimilation shows, how horrible the handling of the Native Americans were, but also show how if you are put back on this with no prior resistance to Western foods and Western diets, that you will suffer immensely, especially if you're an indigenous person. So that will result in just that, right? So if you're not eating the right diet, you're obviously not going to grow, you'll not be taller, you will not develop your brain as much as you should. So those are the Native Americans on very brief description. I'm gonna make a longer video on them. I'll probably do some more research, but the Native Americans, let that be your motivation every time you want to cheat or you don't want to do it. Thanks for watching this video. If you like what you learn and you like this type of content, you are someone who wants to go on this diet or try it, and subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll be posting frequently, so expect more uploads in the future. Thank you for watching, as always. Bye.